Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for joining us at the pre- and post-throne speech press conference. You've already been briefed as to what is going to occur in terms of ministers speaking in sequence, but Throne Speech 2012 is really about listening to the people, and it's also about incorporating many of those little things that make a difference. Obviously, the broad parameters are looking at jobs, job creation, and supporting policies that will encourage job creation. You'll note also from the throne speech that there are a number of key themes that were highlighted. One is about having fiscal prudence, about embracing diversity, about making sure also that we broaden and continue to broaden prosperity, and of course to nurture our youth, and of course also to support the dignity of our seniors, as well as making sure that we encourage and continue to encourage a community focus and to also support a community focus. From the Ministry of Finance perspective, you'll have noted that there is also due recognition being given at this time when people are hurting, and recognizing those institutions that support those who go to them for hardship, that we'll be looking at from the financial perspective, looking at how we can support and augment the fiscal regulation of the credit union. We have also indicated that we will be looking at what can be done in terms of providing general support as part of the sort of growing of the economy and broadening the pie in terms of both outreach to expand business opportunities both locally and abroad, as well as infrastructure projects such as the waterfront. That has been certainly a key prong. What is important to note is that while throne speeches set out legislative framework, what's more important is how is it seeking to change and help and uplift. And that's what you will hear from ministers, is both in terms of legislation, but probably even more importantly than legislation, it's about policies and programs that certainly continue to push and press the needle and that also resonate with people. You go and you canvass, you talk to people, you hear about, even from a senior's point of view, it's the small things that matter for them. They believe and have the HIP, as the governor referred to, and future care. But they said it's also important just to have time out and to go out in terms of on a regular basis and have sort of some transport options so that they can sightsee. It's not always the grand plan. The grand plans are important in terms of a national plan, but it's also about how can you continue to touch and also help people where it matters. So that's the broad parameters of the throne speech. Ministers will speak, and probably the more interactive aspect is when you come to your questions, which will be at the end. I wanted to just give you the broad scope, and now call on my colleague, the Minister of Education, who speaks specifically to her remit. Thank you.